right this way to our cabaret. Don't wait to be invited. Just check your bloom, you'll all find room. Come in and get excited. Then shake your feet, sit down and eat corned beef or macaroni. Our food's well spiced, but when it's sliced, it's just a lot of baloney. Roast duck.
Hey, beef stew!
Make that two.
Why don't you wake up and chop that steak up and...
Hey!
And 1 cup of custard.
Plenty of mustard.
Change those potatoes to French fried tomatoes and... Oh! One roast lamb!
I want ham.
Wake up, ambitious. There's my pernicious. Mach schnell.
Where's my roast duck?
Here we come, mister. Right on the way. Nice hot roast duck with the gravy just oozing out.
I have to have muffin, but when I'm having my muffin, I have to have
Ba-ba-ba-doo.
muffin. Oh, I must have my muffin, but when I'm having my muffin, I have to have you.
Ba-ba-ba-doo-boo.
I'm so blue, waiting for you to come. Oh, I can't go on like this. Give me a kitchen and make me poo-poo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Whoop. I want to make whoopee. And if I want to make whoopee, I have to have poo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo, poo-poo-ba-doo, whoopee.
All right.
Da-da-da-da. Hey! Hey! Hey!
Yeah, there's the guy.
Hey, where's my roast duck? Think I want to starve to death? You better give me something.
There's a little queen on the animated screen. Wait till you get a view of sweet Betty. Made of pen and ink, she can win you with a wink. Wait till you get a view of sweet Betty. Those eyes, that pretty nose, and oh, aside from this, she's got so much of those. If you want to see just a perfect little she, wait till you get a view of sweet Betty.
All ready, the big show starts off immediately. Oh, get on, Mr. the Red Wagon. Oh.
Introducing Miss Jenny in her death-defying high dive into a bowl of soup. Give the little girl a big hand. Are you ready?
Oh, oh, ouch! Who touched me? Oh, oh, oh.
Peanuts, peanuts, peanuts. Peanuts, 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 peanuts,
No.
peanuts.
No.
My, it's louder than yours.
You dropped your handkerchief.
Thanks.
Peanuts! 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 Peanuts!
I'll have them peanuts.
Oh, I have no peanuts.
And now, Betty on the high wire.
There's the moon, way up high. Here are you and here am I. Oh, do something. Boo-boo-ba-doo. It's been told and explained that nothing tried is nothing gained. Oh, come on, honey, do something. Boo-boo-ba-doo. At the time and the place and the time I know. I got a bench and a park and a park and a bench and poo-poo-ba-doo. Sit down. Seems so dumb. Hurry, dear, I'm getting numb. Oh, do. Poo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Poo-poo-ba-doo.
I think I'll wait here. Ah, me beauty, at last.
Stop!
Do you like your job? Well, I think if I were you, I'd go somewhere. You better come out with me tonight. Have some dinner.
You mean?
No! There'll be no more poop-poop-a-doop out of you!
You can feed me bread and water, or a great big bale of hay. Oh, but don't take my boo-boo-ba-doop away. You can say my voice is awful, or my songs are too risque. Oh, but don't take my boo-boo-ba-doop away.
Come on, now, I got you, Miss Julian.
I'll save you.
Stay out!
I'll stick him.
Take that and run! Yeah.
Say,
No, he couldn't take my boo-boo-ba-doop away. someday. Cinderella!
Get ready for the ball. Hurry up, give a hand of pushing. Can't you see that we are rushing? Hurry up, go get my bus. If you're too slow, why don't you
I hope you enjoyed the ball. Nobody loves me.
Cinderella, pretty Cinderella, you're unhappy, I can see. I'm your fairy godmother, listen to me. Dry your little eyes, there is no need to cry at all. You're so kind and gentle, you'll go to the ball. Go fetch me a pumpkin, a large one, my dear, 6 mice and 2 lizards, and bring them right here.
Oh, here they are. Here they are.
You can never be half as happy as we.
I'm so overjoyed to be with you, and this is why I was almost cut up for pumpkin pie. My lady?
Remember, when the clock strikes 12, you must be home by then. For should you fail to be in bed, you'll be in rags again. Remember, remember, remember.
Cinderella.
But I'll be a princess someday.
And like a poor Cinderella, I find my romance in dreams. Ba-ba-ba-bee, ba-ba-ba-ba-bee.
Silence! Who was that beautiful maiden? Have you no tongues? That I, the prince, do now declare. Whosoever this slipper can wear, my throne will share.
I'm with you, cares fade away.
I'm just a poor Cinderella, but I'll be your princess someday.
Now you see, it's all your
My fault, well, you impudent thing.
Oh, shut up, you jealous fool.
How dare you? For 2 pence, I'd slap your face.
Oh, you will, will you?
Yes, I will. What are you going to do about it?
Scratch your eyes out. Scratch your eyes out.
Well, it's about goddamn time, isn't it? Well, let's see. Turn that off. We'll see how much that untaxes OBS. Let's see. So I did something for it. Well, I did something for... Ooh, that's a real drop right there. Nice. Hi, Scribbles. Hello, Bella. Squad. Ritter. Seems like the usual suspects are out and about. I think I saw Dylan further up the chat. Zavy, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Yeah, let's see. Why the hell is gameplay still on? Well, I'm a little bit of a dunce, aren't I? Okay. There's that. Okay, double check and some shit. Alright, looks good. Okay. Well, I think it's, you know what? I think I'll give it a few more minutes while we, wait for... Nah, maybe not give it a few more minutes. But some people are probably expecting this to start at 7 p.m. Well, we'll see what all right. Okay. All right, we'll go ahead and give it a preemptive start in a 3, 2, 1. And a great big hey howdy hey to all my goofy goobers out there. Welcome to Animanic Commentaries with Comic Auzi. As time changes and the seasons pass on, and as your girlfriend gets a new job, you gotta do things your own way. Well, tonight we're going to be, against someone's better judgment, my better judgment, we're gonna be watching Thelma the Unicorn. I went ahead and perused this film for its musicalness, and ultimately decided that, yeah, no, they're not gonna, no, I mean, that's not, I guess it is a musical, more so than some other films. So, what do I say about Thelma the Unicorn? This movie, it's got a vibe. That vibe is vaguely rancid. Like, before I realized it was based off a book. Yeah, apparently based on a series of children's books, yeah. Before I knew that, I thought this was the equivalent of Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. Or The Barnyard. Like, this was like the movie pilot for a Nickelodeon television production. You'd think I would think better of that. But yeah, this one's not gonna be super fun. You got the people behind Napoleon Dynamite. Yeah, you know what else I got? I got someone using power in some places that's making me nervous. Everybody, cross your fingers and pray to God that nothing bad happens at this stream. Or maybe pray that something bad does happen. It would be profoundly hilarious if this stream fucks up and then we just don't have a commentary. Honestly, yeah. So, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm only gonna really be able to say more about it if we press on. And if you're in the same position like I am, with a Netflix in front of you, you'll see a little bit, but you won't quite be privy to most of my issue yet, till we really get into it. We got Brittany Howard, Will Forte, Jermaine Clement, Eddie Patterson, Maliaka Mitchell, I'm probably pronounced that wrong, Ali Dixon, Fred Armisen, and Zach Galifianakis. And also Kristen Schaal. I remember Kristen Schaal was in here, but she has like a very brief cameo, so I guess she doesn't make the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people in this movie. And one of the writers was also the director, so definitely a little bit of a passion project here. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the black screen first. Then I'm gonna hit the 10 seconds back button. All right, so we're all on a black screen now. Maybe, should be. That's my thought. My thought process, we should all be on a black background now. Okie dokie. All right. Now that we got that sorted out, we are going to begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Netflix of logo. Yeah. What are we presenting? Do we want to present it? I don't know if we want to present it. Here we go. Okay. Y'all ready? Will Forte. Okay. Woo-hoo! So yeah, as we open, we get this opening fantasy sequence here, which sets some things up here for the expectations going forward. So yeah, where I thought we were gonna get a bit of an opening number, we kind of just cut off pretty quickly. Also, of course. So yeah, out the gate they already got some pretty cartoony energy, which I always admire, especially in 3D animation. And as we continue, we just... And that song is done! I mean, it's not a song written for the movie. Yep. So we already admit, like, an absolute cartoonishness to this world. Animals talk, people can understand them. If they're farm animals, it's like a job for them. Which... that's just fun. That's just kind of a cute energy. But yeah. It's very... well, I wouldn't say bad guys world. Because the animals are still... because we're not dealing with like a Looney Tunes vibe with like humanoid animals. We're still dealing with like four-legged critters for the most part. But... yeah, that's a pretty interesting setup. And here's like the next song we actually get, and it's also cut off pretty early. Very funny. Yeah, they cut it off pretty immediately. So yeah. Yeah. It's even the cow, even the goats milking the cows. So you can kind of see why I thought this might have been a Nickelodeon pilot. This is very like, it's kind of like old Nicktoon kind of humor. So I'll talk about the design contrast as we go forward, but yes, Bella, fugly horses. Yes, the designs do look weird. I'll address that. The animations... and here's another bit. Yeah, they do that thing where it's obviously not there, and then it's the most exaggerated version of itself. and conga. Just because that's what they're dancing to. And that horse mask is kind of fucking funny. Not gonna lie, that's kind of amusing. So this is a point I'd like to address from earlier. It's like, don't you ever feel sad? And then the song basically cuts off. So they literally took the first line of whatever song they heard on the radio. Duck on the judge's stand. Again, they really are. Again, they're really committing to this like regular animals talk kind of world. Except the duck isn't talking. Nah. Maybe he hasn't learned English. I don't know. That voice sounds familiar. But anyway. Oh, here she comes. So this is part of my this is a part of my musical problem. We got an opening number. Start streaming button. Maybe we can come back. Ah, shit, hang on. Okay, microphone's back on. Movie time isn't capturing. Gameplay is turned on again. God. Can I get that on? Yes. Thank you. No, I don't want to save money on my car insurance. Leave me the hell alone. Okay. Put this back in the corner. Pop out chat. Pop out chat. Okay. Gonna try to make sure that we can all sync back up. Gonna try to edit this in the future for the future viewers to make this as seamless as possible. All right. You see the green curtain? Everybody see the green curtain? All right. Gonna look at the green curtain here. Hang on. Everything was going so well, too. All right, let's see. All right. All right. So after the guy says, that's what I'm talking about. All right? Are we getting the vibe now? Give us a timestamp so we know we're up to sync. We're about... The best I can give you is the green curtain just after that's what I'm talking about. Y'all be able to sync up through the blurry image on screen. All right? So everybody who's right there, movement's not happening right now. So everybody go ahead and have yourselves at the green curtain just after that's what I'm talking about. All right? We good? Okay. All right, if everybody's all ready. How many minutes and seconds? Okay. Approximately 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Approximately. All right? I can't give you any more than that because I can't tell you exactly what it is. Just can't do it. All right. All right, now, let's go ahead and give it a 3, 2, 1, go. Now they're back behind the screen. Heart out of the butt. I'm trying to remember what my last thought was. The rusty buckets. All right. So that's where we are right now. the Rusty Buckets coming on stage. And I believe I was saying here, before I got unceremoniously cut off by a breaker flip, that we had an opening song that cut off really early. We have a couple of needle drops that were just put in there. And here you think we're gonna get a moment, maybe. At least I thought so. Yeah, you just cut her off. So there's an issue here. This whole thing about, like, prejudice, right? Like, this is something that they always do with animals and stuff. Like, we watched Cats Don't Dance. Like, blatant racism seems to be really easy to put into family films, or animated films especially, because you're able to use animals instead of people. And so and this movie puts it through the lens of pretty bias, with their definition of pretty. So, yeah. I'm not even too upset about that, like, setup. And here they got their opening gag to this scene here. I love the I absolutely do love Nyuk nyuk. Chuckle chuckle guffaw. Alright, but like, so alright. Anyway, so this is probably a good point to mention the character design aspect of this movie. Like, there are some character designs that I notice but so we're already setting up the unicorn thing, which I think is actually really nice about this scene. It's a pretty good setup there. A little bit of foreshadowing for the next 2 minutes? About 5 minutes. Can anyone else not hear him? What do you mean not hear me? I'm loud and clear. I don't know what the problem is. My voice is coming through, right? She being punished by meme. Sounds like a personal problem there, Scribbles. Sorry that's happening. But anyway, yeah. He's trying to cheer her up. It's like, it's a nice moment. It's like, I like they're setting up this friendship. But like, if you've seen the book illustration, all of you are probably on the internet right now anyway. Go ahead and Google it. Look up the, I am not muted. I am not muted. Anyway. Anyhow, as I was saying, so, yeah, they like, if you look up the original illustrations, you'll see that, the design of the character is, just, you know, pretty quirky. Much more in common with the three freaky horses, as opposed to Thelma here, who looks like she stepped out of like a Disney film. And it's just so weird. It's like in the like ugly isn't bad moral that they kind of got going on here are like our three, the Rusty Buckets themselves look like they stepped out of a Disney film, whereas everybody else looks like they're out of a Nick cartoon. Like, again, like if I can't help but not say that. Natural looking pony and donkeys. Well, natural looking is not really a thing you can necessarily put to task in like a cartoon. There's your trailer shot. And boom. So yeah. So that opening song, like, Are You Gonna Go My Way? Is that original song? And there she goes. And here comes again, really do love the energy going on here. Absolutely nutty. Also, this little girl is actually adorable. Like, she looks like that, like, Susie and Thelma here actually look like they belong in the same movie. The mothers, though, they kind of look a little out of place. Just a little bit. Don't eat that, it's covered in paint. Is this unicorn? Squad, what the hell? Wow. She's really just owning the energy right now. So she's starting up with some really, she's starting up with some like very and make or break decision for the evening, or for the rest, and possibly for the rest of her life. I mean, look at that. We got the llama, we got the polar bear. It's a very obvious setup. So I'm not too... And here is our actual first song. So far, pretty good start. All right. So it's got a pretty good vibe. So far, it's like really nice. And this could actually feel like, as far as this is concerned, it's a pretty good startup. As an I Want song, it's actually pretty good. In a way. It's like it's an I Want song, but an in-universe performance. Alright. It's like... VA is a singer. I believe she is. Like, probably, like, the reason that they picked her for, like, a movie that was gonna be a musical. Beavers, raccoons in the same classroom as kids. Like, again, we're really committing to this hybrid world. Which is great. There's a pig and a duck on the street corner. And a rooster crossing a chicken crossing the road. But you didn't even catch that. So they got really good. Brittany Howard, the lead singer of Alabama Shakes. Nice. What was that Wallace and Gromit looking ass woman over there going, ha, ha, ha. I like her character design. Sounds like probably one of the extra additional voices done by, like, oof, and it's already kind of setting up. Yeah. So we definitely, very obvious setup, is just about, now for me when I was watching this for the first time, I was like, where is this gonna go? I wanna see how this plays out. That really zoomed in on her, that video. And here's another random incidental number. Yeah. There might be like a disconnect in some of the character design. This woman has legit, like, vampire fangs there. Very overemphasized canines. Which honestly feels appropriate. So, yeah. And here he comes. Jermaine Clement. I really did not recognize him the first time around. There's a fucking diamond in the water shape as he swam through. That was great. Yeah. I love that. I love that energy.
Oof. Yeah, I really did not recognize him initially. Yep. This film can be pretty unapologetic at times. His phone notifications a fucking cash register. It's pretty fucking funny. So... I don't know if it's because the surround sound's not working, but I did not hear that initially. But yeah, her step toward fame is basically living off of an incredibly fake personality. Yep. Yep. So she's the... The voice sounds really young for this design, doesn't it? The voice sounds really young for this design. I mean, she's great, but very young for this design. Peggy is awesome. Real stand-up gal. But yeah, she's got a great design. She's got a great personality. This movie is pretty... This movie doesn't start picking up energy until we get past this point. Yeah. On topic of animation, like, his eyes didn't get any wider, his pupils didn't shrink, neither of the tricks. So it's like, rawhide recording. Love that. That's great. But yeah, as far as like animated energy, we're kind of like down at like a 5. It's not like, it's mostly the character designs that are doing the cartoony work right now, which is not great for like character designs like this to just be so mellow. Yep. So yeah, we're all... So yeah. That's one way of putting it. So here we go for another little number. Rise to fame. Yeah. A lot of it's got more of like a pop music vibe, but specifically the rock and roll kind of pop music, but like... I love this, actually. Why Can't I Be Me? It is such a perfect song to have at this part of the story. Honestly, like, that really works. It really works. Huh. Yet another needle drop. Yep. Yep. Oh boy. Do love Vic Diamond's energy. Like, he's probably the most entertaining. He's also really fugly designed, which is great. But also kind of hits different on the more... Like, when Thelma, even when she's not dressed up as a unicorn, looks as cute. Like Otis and Thelma, already, like, friendly Disney energy. It's just, like, their hair is a bit messy. Even kind of matted, actually. But... And this is the threshold. Now, that is some well-animated cartoon plane landing right there. But again, like, having the adorable characters be, like, the ones learning the lesson about it doesn't matter what you look like, and then have to have a fugly villain kind of runs up against the moral of the story, don't it? Yep. I barely remember the villain from Despicable Me 3. This guy, though. Love the visual. Love the visual. Again, just a lot of needle dropping. In a story that revolves around a band. Vaguely amusing. What's about to happen is way more amusing. Yep. Hey, Bella, look! A pink horse in Vegas! Balthazar was better looking? Yeah, but that also kind of made him slightly less interesting. That was funny. I'm not gonna lie. I really wanted to see where this was going. Yeah. Trying to replace her. You hit the nail on the head there, scribe. That's exactly what's going on. Yep. So, yeah. And nothing from the donkeys yet. He's an absolute friggin' bastard, and I love it. So up she goes. Another song. Wait, hang on. Go back on those lyrics. I got confused by the lyrics. Yeah. Yep. So okay, I like that. I'll say this. So, yeah, completely blew her off. Definitely would feel like this should have happened later on. Perhaps you are right that it probably should have happened later in the story. We could definitely address that as we get later into the movie. Ooh. That was some good animation there where they're getting electrocuted with the big eyes. And down she goes. Man. Yep. big bastard. Rotten booger. What was that about becoming a unicorn and having to sell your soul back at the Dungeons and Wagons game? Like I said, some pretty good foreshadowing. Off we go, screaming and smack dab into Fame Town. Oh, brother. Love this. Yep. This was one of those moments, like, after their car got blown up, it was like, I was wondering, like, what this interaction was gonna be, right? How would it pan out? And not quite. Like, she really... Yep. Not happy. I like that line. That was kind of amusing. Dawn. And she's feeling bad for her. Yeah. So, yeah. So here it comes. Yeah. It's like his teeth look so normal compared to the mouth he wants to wear, which is really funny. And here's our villain song. And this is actually really good. Number. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah. It's like, this is really good musical theater here. Tim Curry was considered for this role. You know, that's funny, because Jermaine Clement sounds like he's doing his best Tim Curry impression. Honestly. I do love the rhymes. Even like the way on the second chorus he switched up the lyrics. It's like, it's a great demonstration of his manipulation and his ego. It's like, it's great. Good Lord. Yep. Yep. Yes. Yeah. It gets worse. That's definitely not fair, Scribe. They're definitely painting him like that. At least on the surface. Like, you can't judge the surface. Oof. Little too hard. Grody. Someone clearly looks like they don't want to be there. So they actually made like a... Get it? It's his axe. Hello. Tell Danny's stand a corn. Woof. And here's the joke that everyone like called out. This is a joke that everyone called out for their, yes, huge sellout records. Great name. Huh. Yeah. It's like... This is definitely opportunity to make the worst song in the movie. Yeah. Yeah. You can see the product placement in the music video. Yeah. Greg Griffin was the AI machine. And you'll notice that the unicorn pinata was actually the same colors as Otis a little bit. Just getting tattooed with... That's some legit body horror, and honestly, it's kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. How many hours do you think they spent, like, rendering the footage of, like, all those dollar bills? Huh. Yeah. She's just happy to see her friends, and I kind of like that. That was also kind of funny. Like, again, there was some good stuff hidden in this film, but I really don't. Hello, Mabel. Yeah. I do not imagine that Otis brought her here on purpose. I think it was a complete accident. But yeah. Dude, it's a nomination. Chill the fuck out. And this is our 11th hour number. And a real down point in the story. Head to Indigo is kind of neat. So, yeah. Here's another thing I'll point out. Is that the, problem like, this is a song in what is ostensibly a musical, supposedly a musical, and it's got the same problem I'm having as, like, again, I'll say this, Tarzan is a good movie, and the songs are good, and it is vaguely it's structured like a musical, but it's not really a musical, because the characters aren't singing. It's like, her mouth wasn't moving. And yes, that does kick me. Well, it probably would have felt more sad if she was actually singing it with her mouth forms. I mean, I'm just gonna keep saying, it's like, if it's a musical, internal feelings, that's literally what musical theater is. You just say it out loud. It doesn't necessarily mean that everyone can hear it. That limo's gonna stab someone. Says you. The only thing she's ever dreamed of. Just can't get in there. Good Lord. Yeah. Bum bum. Bum bum. Bum bum. Bum bum. Bum bum. You'd think that carrot would have gone soft by now. Maybe it was being preserved in paint. Bum bum. Funny little punny is a pretty good line. As like in terms of like My Little Phony. Good one, squad. Good one. It's a good one. Well, bye. Ew. That guy is just absolute creepazoid. It's just like an American Tail. Turn around! Turn around! It's those moments that can make or break a movie. Damn, dude. Again, the main characters dropped out of Bambi, and everyone else looks like they're from Fanboy and Chum Chum. It just feels so weird, the character design dichotomy. Absolutely bonkers. Speaking of character design, fuckery. Yeah. I do love the way they're animating, like, the folds in his chin's pretty good. Oh! Oh, Lord. Again, there's a really, really good animation there. Is that a constipation joke? Did they literally set up him being a clog dancer? Easy to give advice, hard to take it. Pink fur. As he would just assume. Huh. So, yeah. It gets very difficult to talk about this movie when the emotional center of the story has been so... She's so fuck... You know what? You know what I realize is really hard to talk about this movie? Thelma is so passive. She's a fucking doormat. Absolute doormat. Could barely stand up for herself. Naive, that's another word for it. Absolutely love that payoff. Like, it's like the one thing that she, like, it's like the one thing that Peggy and Vic have in common is that they really didn't care if Thelma was a unicorn or not. Except Nick was the one who wanted to keep up the illusion, and Peggy was the only one with actual integrity. That voice sounds familiar too. They are not remotely. Yes, Pinocchio, it probably is. That might not actually be Pinocchio, but, like, it sounds like Pinocchio from Shrek. It's that kind of voice, anyway. Yep. And that was great. It's good. It's a good bit. Good Lord. The door was open. It's like the first Got Milk commercial. Yeah, kind of. And yet another, like... Love that. Whoop. Whoop. Whoops. Yeah, that's what I thought. You'd almost think he's obsessed with things coming out of his nose. Like he enjoys it or something. Whoa. Oh, there they go. Ah! Oh boy, here they go. They finally made the big time. And getting our final song. Oof. Hmm? Here she comes. What do you think she's doing? It's these quiet moments, these subtle little animations that actually make pretty good big emotional moments. Yep. Mm. Love the guy looking at his hooves. You know, Bella, that's an excellent observation. She really didn't seem to come to any conclusions on her own. You want to stop mumbling? All right. Not the worst slant rhyme in this movie. I think the worst ones were at the, like, brief song at the front in the fantasy sequence. Mostly because I think none of those words actually rhymed. Would have been better if it was cloud instead of plural. Now you're barely even trying. There's definitely frustration with, like, pop music versus, like, it's like pretty much any other kind of song. Do they even try? It's like, that's not necessarily unfair. People, it's like, there's a lot of thought and energy that goes into these songs, but, like, when, like, your villain song has far better rhymes, even the slant rhymes are better. Like, they feel more appropriate. Get up on your feet and fight the fight would have at least been a true rhyme. That's pretty good alliteration, too. Feet and fight the fight. That's actually pretty good. And you just made that shit up just now, didn't you? That's a pretty good gag. But, like, yeah, it does kind of feel like she didn't come to any conclusions on her own. Like, she had to be wheeled around by people. Yeah. Now we finally come back around to the start. This film is competent. Like the people who made it know how to make movies. It's decently well structured. But you know what? So was Spellbound. I found Spellbound was much more engaging. And not just because it was a musical. Not just because it was a musical. And the horse from earlier having the eye patch. Yep. And that was Thelma the Unicorn. It's fine. Yeah, it is okay. But, like, you know, I was hoping for a little more than okay. Even if you can say it's a kid's movie, if you can say that, which you definitely can, that's exactly who these people had in mind. Gets a whatever out of 10. Exactly. Kids deserve a lot better than this. Like, everybody was fine. Jermaine Clement was on point. Like, I actually liked him a lot. I liked her. I liked Megan. I liked Peggy. She was great. So that's Allie Dixon. Fred Armisen as, forgot his name. That was Zach Galifianakis. Okay. Consider this the same writers as Napoleon Dynamite. I was expecting a bit more. Yeah, you'd think like, you definitely think that they had a lot of good ideas, and I think that's probably what's most disappointing to me. Like, being unashamed of its absolutely ridiculous world that it takes place in, great, love that. You know what other movies do that? Like, yeah, Bella mentioned The Bad Guys, but like Looney Tunes, The Day the Earth Blew Up, did that as well. Man, I'm trying to think. There's definitely other. Cats Don't Dance. Again, Cats Don't Dance also. So there's some movies that just say it's a cartoon. Let it live in the world that it's in, and that's fine enough. I love the basis of like they're in their dead end 9-to-5 job and they really want to be making music. And there's that big dream, want to make it there someday story. But they did like, I don't know, man. It's could have been a lot better. It's like, and the huge sellout record, there were some good jokes in it. I can't quite get past the gross stuff. Like, take it or leave it most of the time, but like, and it's recommending K-pop Demon Hunters, which is probably a better movie than this. But to talk more about this movie, it's fine enough as is. Oh, Scott Minville is the raccoon. Okay. But you know, with all the stuff it puts out there, like, oh, farm animals have a 9-to-5. I love the gag with the goat milking the other cow. Like, that was fun. That was funny. I like huge sellout records. That was funny. Nick Diamond's teeth. That was funny. Megan jumping straight to murder as the plot. That was funny. The body horror of the creepy fan who got Thelma to sign to legally adopt him as her son. Like you wouldn't think that hard about something like that. How he just kind of like mutilated himself that way. This is like sewn together. A bunch of unicorn body parts. Yeah, it's like, that was amusing. That was kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. It's like, oh god, that is legitimately terrifying. But, yeah. Beyond those little, and a few others that I'm forgetting. But like, we get to the end of the end credits, we'll see like the musics and lyricists. Because I gotta point out that the songs were like some of the less impressive like efforts that we've seen from these musicals past that we've been watching. The songs were not written by the same people. It's like, and it can still work. There's plenty of shows. There's plenty of shows, plenty of movie musicals and the like, where the music and lyricists of those songs are not the same. Like, Lester's Possum Park wasn't written by the same guys who wrote After Today, On the Open Road, and Nobody Else But You. And a different group wrote Stand Out and Eye to Eye. And they all fit in the same movie. And in fact, like, the different artists doing those specific songs benefited those. Because, hey, now you have the pop music sound of, like, Powerline. And then you have the goofy hick hillbilly cartoon vibe of the Country Bear Jam, the Lester's Possum Park. And it works really well. Lion King 2 Simba's Pride had a bunch of different songwriters, and none of them really felt necessarily out of place. They all felt pretty good, fit together really, really well. You almost wouldn't be able to tell. I think in some cases, it's best that if you... but the one sad song felt out of place. Yeah. But it's like, the comedy songs, like, we get to the bottom here, they were like very comedic songs in this movie, like Blubber Trouble, Here Comes the Cud, and the 3 C's to Success. I'd say that aside from, like, Here Comes the Cud, I actually liked the other two. Just kind of wish they didn't cut off Blubber Trouble. It's just kind of like, this is what you decided to sign up for. You signed up for doing a musical, or at least some. It's like this is why I don't. This is one of the reasons why I really don't consider like Coco a musical, because the songs don't fall into the structure of a musical. At least in this movie, they do. At least in this movie. You did have a song at the top of the movie. You did have a song placed with the characters I want, and you did have a villain song. And then you had a couple of random comedy songs to like liven up the world, like Blubber Trouble and Here Comes the Cud. You had the sad ballad at the 11th hour, and then you had a closing number. But the thing is, like, even as I'm thinking, like, 3 C's to Success really, like, stands out in a good way, there wasn't actually a real showstopper in this whole thing. There was not a showstopper. They really, like, you know, they probably wanted, like, one of these songs to really stand out. At least one. But none of them really do. They don't. It's just... I mean, all the best songs in this movie are the ones that don't get cut off. So yeah, are you gonna go with me? Like, alright, so I'm coming on. Blubber Trouble, the 3 C's to Success, and Here Comes the Cud. Those are all written by the same guy, Brett McKenzie. Only Unicorn. But it's like, there's a lot of, like, disconnect. There's a lot of disconnect between a lot of the songs. Mostly because the songs disconnect themselves from the characters a lot of the time. Because it's like, sing your passion, but also... But, like, the songs were not as literal. You know? Coming down to it. Part of the film's problem isn't necessarily that it's written like pop songs. In fact, or like rock and roll songs. Like, that's fine. Even, like, if they wanted to mostly use slant rhymes on purpose to give off that idea, at least make them good rhymes, you know? Like, don't half-ass it. And the other thing is that none of the lyrics were very literal. The closest we got to literal lyrics in this whole movie was, like, the 3 C's to Success. Because the whole song is about Nick Diamond laying out his plan and further manipulating Thelma through the 3 C's to Success. And that works. But as for the rest of the songs, like the opening, like that I Want song, it almost doesn't really feel like when you just have a song and like you do the pop song thing where the chorus line is identical. Like, this is the things I get. 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 And then every single time he comes back to it, especially since it's just the same words over and over again. He just never changes it. And there's plenty of good songs that do that, even in a musical theater context. Like, Round My Family Tree from the Tigger movie, like, comes back and, like, does the whole, like, round my family tree. It's like, comes back to that. At least these are better than Watch Out World, Here I Are. You know, I'd say this movie is better than Wish and could get away with that. They could get away with Watch Out World, Here I Are. And I would laugh. Because this movie actually does, like, do enough to support itself. The only trouble with this, like, it's not an active protagonist. Not a very active protagonist. You know? Like, I became a superstar. Check me out, babe. Here I are. It's like, that would work. Like, you know, just as an example. It's the context. Exactly, Scrap. It's not about how good or bad a song or a lyric is. It's the context. Like, you can write a bad song on purpose. Like, you can make a song that's intentionally bad. I'm thinking of one from Hell of a Boss, where Fizzarolli was doing a distraction, and that was actually really good, because it was intentionally, it was intentional nonsense, and it worked. It was funny. I gotta go back to that song. That was actually really good. But yeah, for the most part, I just kind of want to see, you know, like, I'm kind of upset that anyone remotely considered that calling this a musical. It's like, no, it hardly is. It hardly is. Most of the characters actually sang their own songs. The problem isn't that the songs are songs in universe. That's not the problem. The problem is that the songs are not resonating. You know, it's one of those things that I was doing with, like, Smallfoot, where I was trying to, like, you know, that whole, like, they give us all a sense of greater purpose, and then I was like, the next line, okay, so, knowing that it's a musical, but, like, purpose can be maybe difficult to rhyme, so I thought that you gotta look past the surface, but, steady Yeti at your service was the rhyme. It's like, I was trying to predict it. It's the whole idea is, like, that doing perfect rhymes can help the audience click into a song, make it very easy to follow along. And the fact that there were a lot of slant rhymes, as you can probably tell, is like, can we go back a lyric? I kind of missed what you said because it didn't rhyme. It's like if it rhymed, it would have pulled me back to the previous line that it was supposed to rhyme with, and then I would have been like, I would have been putting it together. But then, like, you know, just whatever. It's whatever. It's I really hate to say this about any movie, but it was mid. It was mid. It was a very mid movie. It wasn't, it was like, it had high points, but it had mostly middling points. Just fucking dull. It was like, I thought I was gonna crash out. I thought I was gonna be more angry at this movie. But no, all I am is bored. All I am is bored. Oh man, I want to go back and listen to the Three C's to Success. Like, that was a good song. That was a good song. I mean, at least you could say that Here Comes the Cud was intentionally bad. But even an intentionally bad song should be funny. Like, Lester's Possum Park, like, that was intentionally bad. Like, if you really break it down, it's a pile of nonsense. Like, it intentionally sucks. but it's good. It's like, it's supposed to be corny and stupid, but it's not supposed to be ear-grating. Here Comes the Cud, just like, no, I don't want to listen to this anymore. And that's not how I should be feeling about what is essentially a comedy song. But yeah, that's about it. I want to go back and listen to Blubber Trouble instead. Put me back in that one. That was funny. That was an amusing song. I want more of Nikki Narwhal. She should have been the star of this movie. She was great. She was robbed like she was in the story when Vic Diamond, whatever. Man, fuck off with that shit. Anyway, that's gonna be it. That is going to be the all of it. That is the end of our show for tonight. Thank you all so much for joining me on this wackadoo fucking, like, waste of potential. If you're viewing this after the fact, thanks for watching. And until next time, remember to take care, stay safe, and be kind in all that you do. Good night, everybody! And the movie was dull.